to join us now to talk crypto and what seems like a shot across the bow. Anthony Scaramucci, founder of Skybridge Capital and CNBC contributor. Skybridge launching a new crypto-focused ETF earlier this week on the NYSE ARCA index. And we're going to talk about that in just a couple of minutes. But first, Anthony, got to ask you about this morning's news from China. Is it new or is it not? I mean, the language is harsher, but hard to make sense of it.
Well, listen, it feels like it's the old news being rehashed, but I think it's a bigger statement from China. They have more crypto activity in China than they would have expected. 3 months ago, they pulled all the miners out of there. They effectively banned cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. But I think what you're learning is it's in there. It's sort of it's in the system still, Andrew, and they don't like it. And so they're sending out another missive related to it. I don't really think it impacts the fundamentals long term. The hash rates are back up. The miners have moved out. We did a little checking this morning on mining rigs. A lot of those are produced in China, and it looks like those rigs are still going to ship to miners that have moved out of China. So the good news is it's more of the same. But every time China makes a statement like that, it does rock the markets a little bit. Obviously, we think it's a buying opportunity. But I'll just point this out to you, and you know this, Andrew. When they ban technology, it's a strike against freedom. And when they did it to Google and they did it to Facebook, those were great buying opportunities for both Google and Facebook. And we suspect that this is a great buying opportunity for Bitcoin here.
Just so I understand, though, and if you really take China off the table forever, I mean, when you start thinking about the sort of overall thesis around Bitcoin, for example, or crypto broadly, do you say to yourself, China's just not going to be in the game? And does that really matter? You would think it would.
Well, you can never say forever, Andrew, because, you know, things happen. Political winds change, leadership changes. You know, we sort of think of our political situations as calcified, but look at what happened with the Soviet Union. Back in the 70s, we thought that was permanent. So we can't say that this is going to be forever. Right. But what is certainly, I think, forever is the blockchain. The blockchain will be with us. This permissionless transaction capability and the fact that people inside of China are effectively hedging themselves by owning blockchain is telling you what the government is so worried about. And I frankly, when I look at what China is doing to corporate interests and business interests and things related to property, that's actually very good news for the United States. And people are worried about the competitive dynamic with the West going inward, centralizing when the rest of the world is decentralizing. I think is a negative for China. And you and I both know, because we study history, decentralizing things work way better than autocracies. And so
well,
this is that
was one of the questions I was
to me,
this
is not, this is not permanent. I just don't see it as permanent.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.